forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Once again, another just beautiful day across central Illinois. Lots of sunshine, and you can see a few clouds out there, but overall, another just comfortable first day of fall. Feeling a little more like summer than some areas. We're talking some upper 70s out there. But we're going to cool things back off again. We're going to watch those temperatures falling back down to the 50s again here by 10 o'clock tonight. What about rain chances? We could use some. I've got a little bit in the forecast that I will share with you when we come back. WCIA3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA3 News.
This will be a tool that can really verify the good work that police officers are doing.
A city is spending more money on body cameras for its officers. What the upgraded equipment will look like.
Hopefully nobody would ever have to go through this again.
Nursing homes are still under strict visitation rules. How one group is trying to change that. And should your child go trick-or-treating this year? Find out what the CDC says.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA3 News at 5.
I think are important tools for both the citizens and the police.
That's why the Decatur City Council is making some changes to police body cameras. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The new additions will allow for better quality cameras and better audio. The plan was drafted in December and approved last night. WCIA3's Gabrielle Cook is live in our newsroom. So Gabrielle, what are the changes going to look like?
Well, along with better cameras and audio, the additional money for improvements will also include software updates, like the body cam audio being immediately transported back to the vehicle. The original budget for the cameras were $300,000. The city has now decided to spend an extra $12,000 for it. These new additions will include wireless mic transmitters, HD cameras, and software to process FOIA requests. Councilmember David Horn says this could help the community's relationship with police.
This will be a tool that can really verify the good work that police officers are doing on a day-to-day basis, and to make sure that police officers are also accountable for their interactions with our citizens.
Police Chief Jim Getz asked for these upgrades back in June, which is why the city needed to reapprove its decision from December. And the plan is for the cameras to be installed in the next few weeks or by the end of the fall. Jennifer?
All right, Gabrielle, thank you so much. A Vermilion County native says he is fighting for his innocence. Jason Matthews was accused of sexual assault in 2000. He was 17 at the time. He took a plea deal to avoid going to prison, but he says he never did any of what he's accused of. The victim listed in the case also says it didn't happen. Today, they were in court to try to get the case removed from his record, but it was delayed until the end of October. A woman demanding change in nursing home visitations is trying to form a task force. WCIA3's Courtney Bunting is with us now. So, Courtney, what is she trying to change?
Well, Jennifer, she's trying to get visitors to be allowed into nursing homes. Now, visitations haven't been happening because of COVID-19 restrictions. Julie Smith, who I talked to, says she can't visit her father, who has dementia. In the meantime, she says he keeps getting worse. And Smith says her family can come up to the window to talk to him, but he has trouble hearing, so it's difficult. Now, she's forming a group to try to spark some change. Carrie Leljadal is part of that group, and her son is in a facility as well.
This is unprecedented, and we know that. But if we can build this in a manner that we fix today and look at the future, then if something happens, whether it is in our lifetime, our children's, or our grandchildren's, hopefully nobody would ever have to go through this again.
Leljadal is advocating for each resident to have at least one person who can come inside who's considered an essential caregiver. On top of that, she thinks they should have 2 visitors. Now, that essential caregiver would still have to go through temperature checks and take COVID-19 tests. Now, this group formed a Facebook group as well called Illinois Caregivers for Compromise, and they'll all be lining up peacefully outside the Capitol building on Friday morning. Jennifer?
I can't even imagine not being able to see my son or my dad.
I know, and they say in the meantime, you know, those people are declining. You know, they only have so much time left.
I know. All right, Courtney, thank you. Okay, taking a look at today's COVID-19 numbers now, there are more than 1,500 new cases statewide. That brings the total up to more than 277,000. The 7-day positivity rate is still at 3.5%. 30 more people have died. There are now nearly 8,500 COVID-related deaths in Illinois. So is the U of I doing enough about it? At a virtual town hall today, the reviews were mixed. U of I officials have touted their rapid testing, new app, and testing sites as adequate responses to the pandemic. But building service workers, students, and other staff aren't convinced that is enough. More than 70 people were on this Zoom town hall. One professor says it shouldn't be her responsibility to bring her quarantined students groceries. And one PhD candidate says she doesn't think the data is telling the whole story.
If you apply the number of cases that we've had and look at how many undergraduates have been ill over the course of the semester, and if you compare that to the total number of undergraduates, I would estimate that 7.8 to 8.8% of undergraduates have been infected in just 1 month on campus. I don't believe that the university has made it clear to undergraduates the risks that they are taking by being on this campus. So I would like to call for clearer, more honest representations of data from the administration.
U of I officials were invited to the town hall. None came. An organizer called the provost's office. A receptionist said the provost's calendar was full. We reached out to university communications but have not heard back. One central Illinois county is getting high marks for its health. U.S. News and World Report ranked Piatt County 223 among the top 250 healthiest communities in the U.S. They evaluated nearly 3,000 communities. They took a look at things like the health of the population, equity, and education. Some other ranked counties in Illinois: Kendall, DuPage, Monroe, and Putnam. Today is National Voter Registration Day, and one organization is urging everybody to help make a difference. Win Recovery partnered with the Champaign County Clerk for a registration event. They were outside the courthouse today. Members are encouraging every eligible voter to exercise their right. Win Recovery helps formerly incarcerated women integrate back into everyday life.
It's really important that we educate individuals that although that they have a background, that they still have a right to vote. Just because you have a background doesn't mean that you can't be involved in the community.
Now, they will be back outside the courthouse tomorrow. To find out the hours, just go to our website at WCIA.com. 2 members of a county sheriff's office are being honored. How their heroic actions saved the lives of 2 people. Plus this.
I totally understand people's concern.
The CDC has a warning if you're getting ready to celebrate Halloween. What they say you should avoid besides trick-or-treating.